Hi, I'm coming to you in my mask and my specs because of my fellow bespectacled friends who keep talking about the fact that, specs messed up. You're wearing your mask wrong. Okay, so let me do this. First and foremost, nothing should go through. Okay, so let me explain. Let me just take off my specs. So you saw? No misting. So I saw this video and I followed it when we started being told to wear these things everywhere we go. So I'm gonna try not to touch this. Like most women, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this for women. I've got a small face, which means I've had to put a knot to make sure that this is secured properly, okay? I'm gonna discard this once I'm done with this video. Okay? All right. So, I've been made to understand, number one, when you wear it, you see this little metal bar here? It needs to be pressed in and it sits on your nose. So it sits on the ridge of your nose. You don't get that whole thing of when you talk, steam goes up, right? Okay, so, and remember when you put on your mask, that goes there, and then you pull this down. Now, I'm a woman once again, and then of course you got to make sure there are no gaps on either end here, which is why I did the knots even on this side to make sure that it's snug. So nothing goes in, nothing goes out. Now, because like most women over here, we're tiny, when I wear mine usually before I leave the house, I staple it right there. So I'm not leaving a big sack here for things to go through. Because if I had a cold, this might be great for me, but it's not good for anybody else because I'm still, spewing whatever it is I'm carrying around. So, my friends, if you wear one of these, it must, number one, if it locks here, it's right. So when you wear your specs, doesn't matter how much you... And also, this shows that I've put it on properly, right? And then I staple here because my jaw isn't made for this. So I'm gonna make sure it's locked here. So I usually staple it over here, and then that's it. Okay, so everybody's saying they're misting up. It means that you've got a gap, which means also when they're being made, that little piece over there has got to work. And I know this is crazy. Can I tell you what's so I'm in my office. Obviously, I'm not gonna wear this again. But can I tell you what is irritating me a little? That we can do this blanket gazette notice and say everybody must wear a mask, and then it becomes any piece of cloth. Okay? Mutai Kagwe, you know me. I love what you're doing. But of the money you received, we should have bought this. And I know these are single use. They can't be used again. I mean, look at that. That's my lipstick, everything. But without guidelines, without providing where are we going, without even just showing people how, I had to go on YouTube and figure out how do you wear this thing properly, because I don't want to be putting something across my mouth and I'm not helping anybody. And remember, I work purely on the belief that I have got it. I work on the belief that I have got it. And remember, we've got people walking around who are asymptomatic. So we've got to do this right. I think we've got to be extra careful. And of course, naturally, you've noticed when we're in public, there are people who literally have it here. They're wearing it and then it's just here. And I'm like, what's the point? What's the point? We've got to also, if we're not going to bother to provide the right stuff to the public, then we've got to be also willing to make sure that we provide the right information at the very least. Earlier today, I got in touch with Wandia Geshuro Vivo. I love the stuff she's doing, but I'm not wearing that thing. It looks like, paint exploded on my face. I'm going to wear these until I go crazy, until I can find some that are just, basic colors. I want black, I want red, I want yellow, I want blue, and because this is normal. Wearing your mask is going to become as regular as wearing your bra, wearing a t-shirt, wearing underwear, brushing your teeth. So because it is going to become standard to how I dress, we're going to have to do it right. So I've asked Wandia when she's doing the plain ones, because I love all the Ankara fashion, but I'm like, I cannot. I can't. That's why, yeah. And by the way, the person who starts doing them with a little bling and a little bow on the side, hey, this is our new normal. Let's not even joke about it. I keep telling you guys, things are not going to be back to, you keep saying back to normal. No, the new normal. And just back to this whole thing of mask provision. And this is not me trying to get people to say Sivai. No, whatever it is you're wearing, wear. But in the case of an STD, it's like wearing a condom that is torn. If it's not providing the protection it needs to, and you're not telling me how, remember there was a lot of education on how to wear a condom, then we need to be told how to wear a mask and what that mask must look like. The other thing I still think is important is that masks must be provided. They must be provided. I refuse to believe that a country whose various political parties are happy to print BBI t-shirts, Jubilee t-shirts and hats and flak jacket for Boda Boda riders and God knows what else does not have the money to make sure that masks are provided. I am sorry, something needs to be done. And if government and Mutai Kagwe can't do it, I would like to call on corporate Kenya. If you can do nothing else, I'm happy to wear a Standard Chartered mask. I'm happy to wear one from Equity. I'm happy to know that the person who I entrust with my financial well-being is interested in my health. Yes. So can we all rise to the challenge and do something here? I need to have a conversation with business partners and see whether we can actually create them, because we need to do them in the right way so that this happens. This little, can you see what I was talking about, this little metal bar here that sits on the nose, that this actually happens because it's the way you pull it, and then it's flat on this side when you wear it, over here and over here. And for women, by the way, our faces are very different from men have wider jaws, so once they wear them they kind of go on. No, us guys don't have that privilege at all. And then of course the disposal of these things. I mean, I'm gonna put this in the bin here. I don't even know how this is supposed to be disposed of. So anyway, I just wanted my bespectacled friends to know that the reason we've got misting is that we're wearing it wrong. There's no reason why we should have misting, because it means we've got vapor going through, for lack of a better term. And it's as simple as that. But other than that, we should not be misting up. At all. If we're wearing it properly and it fits our faces, we shouldn't have any of that. And also, where it sits on the nose, it needs to sit on the nose. Yeah. That's me doing masks and coronavirus on the Chronicles 101. And I know there's videos showing this, because that's how I finally, I saw one being done by a doctor, so I, did it properly. Because I was like, why wear it if I'm not going to do it properly, or at least attempt to do it properly? Love you.